Greetings, one and all. Welcome to another midweek meditation. Happy New Year to each of you. May God's blessing be upon you as we enter into the year 2021. Many, if not all of us, are more than willing to close the books on 2020. In so many ways, it's been a miserable year. The pandemic has been challenging to all of us. Lockdowns have been devastating to our personal lives and many small businesses as well. We have sacrificed so much, surrendered so many freedoms, passed over our expectations, gave up on cherished events, all for the sake of protecting each other from this disease. We hope for far better conditions in this new year. Hope, after all, springs eternal. But as I have often said, there's nothing magical about changing from one calendar to another. The situation we face now is pretty much what we faced on December 31st. If there's going to be a change in the new year, we are going to have to effect the change ourselves. Many of you attempt to do just that. For instance, have you made a New Year's resolution? Have you used the occasion of a new year to make certain improvements to your lifestyle? We're about a week into the new year. Are you still determined to change? Or is your zeal beginning to flag on that New Year's resolution? God, of course, knows all about new beginnings. He is the one who makes all things new, not only for us as individuals, but there is also a new heaven and a new earth in the making. When Jesus forgave the sinners who came to him, he gave them a new beginning. When he healed the sick of their diseases, he gave them a new beginning. When he cast out demons, he gave the afflicted a new beginning. But here's the thing. It's very difficult, if not impossible, to make significant changes to our lives without a spiritual reorientation. To reform your life, God has to reform who you are. And I say God has to do this because our flesh is too weak to reform itself. Sin has too strong a grip on our natures to let us make any meaningful change. We cannot cast out our own demons. And if we should try to do so, even with some success, we find it's only temporary. Jesus warns in Matthew 12 that when an impure spirit leaves a person, it may return with 7 spirits who are even worse. So when you try to purge something impure from your life, you need to let God fill the void with something positive to keep the bad habits from returning. The spiritual world, like the natural world, abhors a vacuum, you see. So whatever new beginning you plan to make, whatever impure spirit you'd like to purge, whatever bad habits you'd like to break, fill the remaining void with the Holy Spirit to make the change a permanent one. Not only is God's support needed for your renewal, so is the support of your fellow brothers and sisters who can hold you accountable to follow through on the changes you need to make. Give them permission to call you, to check up on you, to ask you how things are going. Knowing that someone is going to hold you accountable will give you even more strength to follow through on a new beginning. It takes humility to ask for that kind of help. I get it. But do not be surprised if your brother and sister ask you to hold them accountable too, in the same way, in some renewal they are seeking for themselves. To sum this up, change doesn't happen all by itself. Turning a page on the calendar won't cut it. You will not accomplish significant change on your own. God's power is required to make a meaningful change in your life. With the help of the Holy Spirit, with the assistance of fellow believers, you can experience the renewal you are seeking. You can kick the habit, and you can do it for the glory of God. It may not end the pandemic, but it'll certainly help you endure. Praise be to God for filling us with his love, because love will see us through. May that love be yours now and always. God bless you, and we will see you soon.